Did you go out of state for parties?
Actually, man, it was rare. The first I've been to Philly. I've been
Mm-hmm.
to Jersey, and I think that was about it, man. I don't really think I went like much further than that. But you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? It was like a party every weekend.
Did any like from Philly or New Jersey kids impress you with their style of dance?
Embrace me with this.
Impress you with their
Impress
liquid,
me.
or like they were doing anything different than New York style?
Um. Well, I think by the time I got to a party in Jersey, but one party I remember like as one of my favorite parties was it was called Epic, I think,
Yeah,
and it was in Asbury Park Convention Center or some shit like that.
yeah, that was it. That was it.
And yeah, I remember that. So by the time I got to that party, you know, like I was already pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It liquid, but kids were impressing me with other shit. You know what I mean? Like they had the light swords and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kids were nice with the glow sticks. You know?
Uh-huh. What do you think about like dress code? Like the raver dress code? 'Cause I remember it used to be like, to me, kind of impressed me. It looked like a mix between a b-boy and like a b-boy and a raver. You know, mostly it kind of looked like a Brooklyn style to me. You know,
Right.
it wasn't like, you know, like candy ravers that
Yeah.
nowadays they dress up with those chingalings and whatever the fuck, you know.
Uh,
The
I don't
candy,
know.
you know.
I mean,
stuff.
yeah, that was one of the things that appealed to me. You know, the way that they were dressing. You know, that was definitely one of the things that appealed to me. And around that time, the way they were dressing looked more hip hop to me than the way the supposed hip hop kids were dressing.
Yeah, you could say
You know, and around that time, you know, these kids were going out buying these silly shirts, you know, with Donald Duck on it for like $500 and shit. You know,
Uh-huh.
so hip hop is undergoing a change. You know, and I didn't want to be a part of that change. You know, so when this came along, you know, it was just like I submersed myself in that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I took a lot of pride in it, and I was very dedicated to that scene for many reasons. You know what I mean? For the vibe, for the way they dressed, it looked like, you know, you're like a fucking character, man. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
hands, you're fucking hovering and on air and shit. You know?
Hmm.
So like, yeah, that was very appealing to me. The way they dressed. I loved it all, man. Even the candy ravers, you know what I mean? You know, I was fine with that too, man. As long as the outfit looked dope, you know, could match and whatnot. Hey, that shit was cool too, you know.
Yeah. Do you think like liquid was invented in New York City, or do you like give me any
Wow.
ideas on that? If you,
Hey, man, I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like all I know is it was around way before me. You know,
yeah.
I know that much.
Um, other, you know, any other like liquid dancers that are still like around,
And
especially like Brooklyn or New
I
York
ain't
City?
around, so I don't. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be able to tell
Or
you.
like just drop some names that you know you knew from like old school, you know, from New York City
I know there
scene.
was the kid John. There was that kid John and that kid Philip. More than anything, I think I remember faces.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the names, man. Oh my God. You know, you meet so many people. You know, there's a lot of people, man.
Can you explain some techniques that you used to use in liquid, or
I think it first started out with the simple hand motion. You know what I mean? This shit,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Eventually, like I think I would kind of like make a string out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
do
I
it with a
remember the string, yeah.
And then other times I kind of just like start moving my fingers with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah. See, like my boy Hypno told me they used to do this thing with your fingers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me put that up on the tape.
Hold that.
Hold that up. This thing, you used to do this thing with your fingers like that.
Oh yeah, that seems very
That's-
familiar.
He used to tell me. And then, and this thing that they invented in tunnel. I don't know if you know this kid called Mario.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, I think I do. Sure. Of
He
course.
invented this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he was dope.
Yeah? You know him?
Yeah, sure.
So, well, basically, this looks like, you know, like the beginning of like those digits
Yeah, actually.
that
those-
Mario
yeah,
came out with, you know.
Yeah, he definitely did.
So you know
originate
him?
that style. Of course, yeah, man.